Good morning. This is TCR, TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV. Here we are. It's time for Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. And this morning I have Scott Myers and Amanda Smith.
Good morning, Clint.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You guys had a busy weekend
Busy
last
week.
week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
busy week
very
last
busy.
week. Yeah, we had staff was at the, some of our staff was at the Ohio Parks and Recreation Association conference, which is exciting. It's our annual conference, so the staff gets to, training, a lot of leadership stuff, great energy. Tim Kite, who's the leadership coach for Urban Meyer and the Ohio State football team, was one of our keynotes, and so that was very exciting, talking about leadership. And he's their leadership coach.
Yeah, he was
leadership
amazing.
guru.
Leadership guru.
So it was
right.
really cool. It was really cool. That was very good, and it was a fun week. Busy. Now it's neat to go there, learn, get re-energized, and then bring a lot of that stuff back to
Different
our
ideas
staff
and things,
park
or what
districts.
other? It's kind of what other districts are looking at or talking about doing.
Yeah, you do a lot of networking. You do a lot.
Okay.
I mean, there's 550 some
Wow.
parks and recreation professionals at the conference, and so so it's a great chance to meet up with old friends, maybe people we used to work with, or folks we've just met along the way, and just sort of talk about new ideas and things they're doing and that kind of fun stuff.
It is. It's wonderful. We have access to these parks and rec departments that have $100 million budgets, and
Right.
it's nice because within the organization, everyone's really willing to share what they've developed.
Right.
So it's a real benefit because
Yeah.
we've actually brought some things back to Miami County, and
Yeah, and a lot of people
It's
pick our
great.
brains because they know we do a lot of good stuff here.
that's right.
You know,
Scott
yeah.
got to, as the president
Yeah.
of OPRA, was a big part in introducing the
Yes.
speakers, and
Right.
yeah, so it was a lot of fun.
Yes, it was.
We won an
Excellent.
award.
Yeah, it was cool. We picked up our award for our archery range. So
That's we talked about that last week.
yeah. So that was neat. That was
great.
neat. So it was a great event, great couple days, and it's good for the park district. And our board has been very very forthcoming, and it's like they really think that it's important that we do training and things along those lines, and it's very important to them, and it's important to us, is that because that's the way you do things. You learn new things and get things better. If you just sort of stayed in your own little bubble,
Then you get stale.
you get stale. You don't do anything new. And I think one of the things that the park district has been so good at over the last several years is getting a little more outside of our comfort zone, maybe, of what we have traditionally done. And,
Okay.
But it all comes from these conferences and things like that that we go to. So, and it re-energizes you, get back excited, which is
Well, it gets people
always good in February.
energized and excited about going.
Yes,
That's true.
exactly. We do enjoy it. And,
Well, we're back to some of the cold temperatures.
yeah, I know. But that's
But
all right. That's all right.
You still need to get outside and get in the fresh air.
Yep.
Yeah. We always talk about the health benefits of being outside, even if it's in your own backyard. But with, the roads clear, you have access to all the parks very easily. And I tell you what, it's so peaceful. I was out at Wanamaker, just stressed out one day, took a nice walk. You see birds, you hear the wind. It was really windy that day, but it's good for your mental state. It's good for your physical health. You get that vitamin D, which helps with so many different things. So, yeah, it's
We
a
all
great
get
thing.
starved for the sunlight
Yes, we do.
as we're in winter time.
Right, and
That's
it
right.
gets all gray and dreary at times, but the sun's been out a decent amount.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we've got some really neat winter pictures of Charleston Falls and things along those lines. So it's that is opportunity to get out there. If it's cold, just put an extra layer on.
That's right.
And
Layer
now
up.
this is a good time to go birding
Yes.
because you can
Yes.
see in the trees.
Yeah, the leaves are gone, so it is. Everything's wide open. You can see the ravines, you can see the birds, you can see the river. In different areas, different parts, you see things that you normally wouldn't see. So it is pretty cool to get out there and see it. So
And you want to make sure to share pictures and
Take your
things when you're
pictures.
out there.
That's
You've got
right.
your contest going on.
That's
We've
right.
got the 2016 photo contest. Actually, we just closed out January and should be getting some, photos to show the people on Facebook so they can vote. So
Okay.
Troy Daily News is lending us their expert photographers as judges, and they'll also be displaying the winning pictures in both the Piqua Daily Call and the Troy Daily News. So that's a nice little partnership, and if you're an aspiring photographer, it's a great way to get your things out there and seen. And
Wonderful.
it's great for us because we get to see our parks through other people's eyes.
That's right.
Which is wonderful. So
it is. Yeah, it's really neat. So because we always get lots of great pictures, and so now we want to try to find a way to reward those that are taking the pictures for us.
that's right. That's
Pretty
right.
cool.
So yeah, get online and you can find out about the photo contest, how to submit them. So
And you're back in the classrooms with your environmental education.
that's right. We spent the fall having kids come out to the different parks and learning about everything from rocks to plants and what animals need for survival. And then we spend a lot of the cold months inside the classrooms at the actual schools. So a lot of the children are learning a song that they'll be singing at the Banana Slug String Band. Featured performance at our Hug the Earth Festival. They also learn a classroom component to some of the stuff that they did in the fall or will be doing during field trips in the spring.
So it's all tied together.
It's all tied together.
is.
It's basically a three-part thing. The kids do it with every district in the county, and it is a really a great opportunity for the kids to learn about nature, learn about their environment, learn about wildlife, all those kinds of things, and they do it through art and music, which is a much easier way for
They're going to remember it and retain it.
Right.
Absolutely.
And then they'll have fun with the banana slugs in May.
They will. On that note with the banana slugs, we have the performances from the 2015 Hug the Earth School Festival up online at our website. So if you performed with the banana slugs and you would like to share that with your parents or your grandma and grandpa or your friends, you can actually go to our website under, I believe it's Teacher's Corner and Parents Corner, and you can remember who your teacher was last year. That's the key. Don't look for this year's teacher,
That's
look
right.
for last year's teacher, and then click on the performance. You can watch the song you performed. So
Excellent.
yeah, it's exciting.
Fun stuff for the kids.
And well, let's talk about maple syrup again. Now we've got some weather
we've got some weather
more
that's conducive. That's for sure. It's getting warmer. We're getting the freezing at night and the above freezing during the day. So yeah, we'll be tapping shortly, if not already. I'm not sure if they've gotten them tapped because we've been gone all week. So it'll be interesting to see if they've gotten tapped this week or not. So.
And it's quite the process. I mean, when you volunteer to help, you get to see this from beginning to end.
You're right. It's really neat because folks will get to go out and they can tap the trees, they collect the sap, they can help boil it down. I mean, it's a great social opportunity. You want to just go out and hang out in the in the warmth around the fire in the sugar house. It's really, really neat. So
I bet it smells good.
Yeah.
It really does. It's an amazing opportunity to actually watch the process too, because so many people just go into the store and pick up actually I don't even know that there's maple syrup in most of the maple, like pancake syrup. I think it says maple flavoring.
Yeah,
right.
This is the stuff that
it's not the true maple syrup.
Yeah, it's pure maple syrup, and bring your kids out and volunteer as a family to collect the sap, and then when the actual Discovering Maple Ridge program comes up, they can come out and learn more about it as well as taste the syrup.
And what we do is we put a sign out on 185, say, hey, boiling today, and then folks can come in, or they can contact Jessie to volunteer, Jessie Chernetsky at our office, and she can let you know when the volunteers are needed. And you don't have, you can be an amateur. I mean, you don't have to.
Right. You don't have to have experience.
That's right. We've got some. We've got some veteran volunteers that help us a lot with this program, and so they can. They'll train you and teach you how to do how everything works and that kind of stuff. So.
Well, I still think you need to work it out that Jessie makes fresh pancakes when it's all done, and then you can enjoy the syrup and have pancakes.
And you want to make sure that you get invited to that.
Yes.
Correct? Yeah. And that's really the ulterior motive. That's what it's all about you, Clint.
True.
It's all about you.
That's true.
But it would be a great climax to making maple syrup.
Right.
It is. And actually at the Discovering Maple Ridge program, you can taste it, and our VIPs usually make tiny little pancakes, and
Oh,
they're
so-
tasty.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, so you can get a
It's a
taste of
bonus.
it at that point. And, that's the first Saturday in March. So
Yeah.
then we'll be doing that out at Maple Ridge.
And maybe we'll talk Jessie into making you pancakes, and
Yeah.
I'll scatter
Good luck there.
Yeah, really. She's actually a really good cook.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
Yes, I've had some of her stuff. Yeah, she brings in treats once in a while.
She does. We're all excited when she does that. So I'll talk to her.
Gourmet
and see.
pancakes
That's
sound
right.
wonderful.
There you go. There you
Now
go.
you've got some events lined up here in the near future.
That is correct. You were talking about birding, and we have on February 12th the Great Backyard Bird Count Walk from 9:30 to 11:30 at Maple Ridge Reserve. So basically you just go out, and it's almost like a citizen scientist initiative. You go out, you document what birds you saw, and then you share them, and that way we're on the map for birding. And people can say, let's go to Miami County because we're likely going to see these different bird species, such as maybe a flying turkey.
Yeah, you never know.
You
The
never know what
wild
you're gonna
turkeys fly.
I
Yeah.
love that.
Yes, I
We
was
just-
not aware of that.
I wasn't, Clint.
Yeah.
That
We
was
we
fun.
had a tom turkey when I was growing up, and as a pet, with the whole menagerie of animals that Dad had, and I wasn't aware until later on that we only had one turkey, and that was the tom, and the other ones had flown in, and he had quite the harem
There
going.
you go, the popular Tom.
That's right.
The Backyard Bird Count Walk will also be on the 13th from 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. at Charleston Falls Preserve as well. So, yeah, we were talking about how easy it is to see the birds. And, yeah, as a matter of fact, we have some bird feeders right outside some of the windows at our office. And they're teaching me bird identification.
Yeah.
It's really interesting to watch them. I mean,
Yep.
I would have.
And there's
never
great
guessed
bird
to try it
apps
out.
that they have for identification
Yeah.
too,
Yes,
for your
they do.
phone.
Yes, they do.
They
yes,
really
they
do.
So you can identify, you can see where they are, where people are spotting them at, and that kind
Yeah.
of thing. So it is great.
And
It's
we'll
great,
even-
so folks you can go see what you.
And here, they
Yes.
actually will play the sound of the birds sometimes on those apps.
All right.
Anyway,
You got your dog social coming
yeah.
up?
Yeah, Spirit of Thunder, John DeBoer. He has the dog social, our monthly dog social. That's February 21st, from 1 to 3 at Charleston Falls. So, Valentine dog lovers. So, obviously it's a Valentine's themed dog social. So,
Yes.
bring your favorite Valentine dog, and out for the dog social. And then the Naturalist Adventure Series is the following week, February 28th. Winter tree identification, and that's at Charleston Falls also from 1 to 4 on the 28th. And there'll be a storybook trail that's a part of that. But the interesting thing is, normally we're able to identify trees by their leaves.
Mhm.
Well, obviously you can't do that now. So our Winter Tree ID program then that John's doing with this to help you identify what type of tree it is based upon its bark or its bud or its
Leaf
scar
scars,
or
yeah.
things along those lines. So, yeah, so that's coming up on the 28th. To get those, you come out. The storybook trail is actually called Winter Trees. So, tying that all in together, and then the next day, February 29th, Trailing Moms and Tots.
Seems to be a real popular program that you
Yes,
have.
it
Very
is.
popular.
It is. It has grown, and it has actually grown quite a bit the last couple of years. And so that's from 10 to 12 at Charleston on February 29th. And a rare day. We have a program on that day about once every 4 years.
Oh,
on that
well,
day, so.
once every 4.
Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah, if we can leap into that, it's all right. But
oh,
yeah,
that
so
was
those are
good.
programs.
I just
Hey,
got that.
you just
It
got
only
that.
took me 2 minutes, but I did get it. Excellent.
Jeez.
Sleep year.
Yes.
Just take a leap of faith and go with it.
Yep. So if you want to register for our programs, they go to our website, MiamiCountyParks.com. You can call us 335-6273 or email register@MiamiCountyParks.com. And then obviously, like us on our Facebook,
That's
Instagram, and
And be looking for the
Look for
pictures
tweets.
and submit your
Yeah.
pictures
yes,
that you've
submit
got.
your pictures and look for the winners coming out here soon to vote on Facebook for who will win the January picture.
It's
See,
true.
maybe you take those pictures and make a calendar for next year.
Well, as a matter of
Ah.
fact,
Did I
Well,
burst a
you
bubble?
just-
now we won't have the big reveal. Thanks, no. I'm
Yeah,
just teasing.
sure.
Well, we'll let Clint be the one. We
Yeah.
actually are working with having it being featured in one of our local media providers as July's photo to celebrate National Parks and Recreation Month.
Yes.
So
Nice.
yeah,
Parks and Rec Month, so,
so that's all part of it. So you can get some nice recognition.
yeah.
And
Amateurs or professionals.
yeah, we have 2 categories.
Well, everyone's a
So-
professional now because we all have cameras on our hip most of the time.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I may have a camera on my hip, but if you see my pictures, they are definitely not professional.
No, Clint, we don't.
I blame my phone. Why, my phone just doesn't take very good pictures.
When mine don't turn out, I blame it on my glasses. I didn't have them on, and it was blurry because of that. So,
There is such a thing as autofocus. So
Yeah.
that really shouldn't be an issue.
but you think it
Yeah,
would,
I don't
it's
do any
focusing
focusing
the
on
wrong
my phone.
Oh,
thing.
there you go.
See,
That's right.
I think
That's
I
right.
just you need to learn to
So-
point it where you actually want it to focus. Is that
Yeah.
what you guys are telling me?
Yes. That is
Excellent.
correct. So,
Okay.
all right.
All right, so well, that does it for another week. More great programs that you've got for the parks.
We'll be coming. Yep. Check our website on the program calendar, and get all those programs that are there. You can register right there on our website on the program page.
And be ready to
Absolutely.
start voting on your favorite picks.
That's
right.
right. Look for them.
All right, thank you so
Awesome.
much.
Thanks, Clint.
Yes.
Scott Myers and Amanda Smith. This has been Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.